And welcome to another edition of the Inside Lowell Daily Pulse, a very special edition of the Daily Pulse because it is the debut of our Daily Pulse Live, which we're going to do every Friday for you here at 10 a.m. on InsideLowell.com and our YouTube channel. Of course, we'll drop it at noon on InsideLowell.com and on our YouTube channel. It'll be there as well, so you can watch it whenever it is. But you can now watch us live. And you can now interact with us live as well. I'm going to tell you all about that. And we're going to introduce you to the newest member of the Inside Lowell podcast team. We haven't made her a Pod Squad member yet, but perhaps we will. I'm Teddy Panos, sitting here in the big chair as always, welcoming the Pod Squad. Mike Batchagalupo on your left, Michaela Hondras McCarthy on your right. Bach and the Hyphen, as we like.
I know it has been a long time.
It has been forever. Yeah, I was away. I felt like I took almost the whole month of August off.
Yeah, but we're live.
We are.
It's been almost 7 hours since I've seen you.
At some point we're going to talk about Chef Batch, because Batch creates a dinner experience like no other. Which Michaela
curated.
And I and the lovely Mrs. Teddy P had the opportunity to partake in last night. A little sleepy.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not just a pretty face and tight abs.
You're
not all looks back.
No, you are not. Well, I'm glad to have you guys here for our first live Daily Pulse show. We're going to do this every Friday. We'll be alternating you guys and Leslie Boder and who knows.
Boder
who
live.
We'll drag in. Boder
It's going to be
live,
awesome.
I love it.
just like on the radio. But there's one more component. There are actually two more components of the Daily Pulse Live. And of course, the first one is the opportunity for you to chime in live, to text us, to not just comment on our YouTube channel as this stream is going on, but this is an opportunity for you to also text us on the Daily Pulse text line, or shall I say the Shaw Farm Daily Pulse text line, 978-PULSE-IN. That's 978-785-7346. Say hello to us, send us your feedback, and we'll read you the Shaw Farm Pulse line.
I really want to reconnect
as well.
I want to reconnect with, what was his name?
We need 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 𝐏𝐻𝐻 back.
𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 and Lord Overpass.
We need Lord Overpass.
And Dennis Candy.
The fake Jeff Speck. We need to bring the Beatles back together.
Malicious Shay. And,
Malicious.
I know. It's going to be great.
Vlad from Moscow.
That was great. But that's not the only addition we have, because one of the problems with doing live shows and getting feedback was I can't, push the buttons, host the shows, or whatever. I needed a producer. I need a personality. I need another co-host. And we got that. I want to introduce everybody. You may have seen her in the opening shot off to my left, Batch and Mick's right. None other than Lindsay.
Yay!
One of the newest members of the Inside Lowell team. She's been an active part of our social media, getting the word out from the cities, the towns on social media. Added a Westford coverage because you are from Westford, Lindsay.
Yes.
And you are now going to be here delivering the Shaw Farm Pulse Line comments as they come on in. So get that number, everybody. 978-PULSE-IN, 978-785-7346. Say hello to Lindsay. Welcome her to the crew. Terrorize her, because heck that Batch and I are going to do exactly that.
You go back to that shot.
With the Lindsay shot?
Yeah. Turn to the side a little bit, all the way.
Oh, gosh. What are you doing to this?
It looks like a mug shot, kind of.
I literally does.
Taking a fake ID.
We'll work on some graphics back there. We've got them on order. It will we'll have a much more attractive shot for Lindsay.
Maybe 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 can draw his map of Ukraine.
And you can make it a chicken. So before we get into our show, we also have a topic that we want folks to chime in on, and what I'm kind of labeling words. Remember the missing person song in the 80s? What are words for? When no one listens anymore.
The girl with the hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about words because our friend, Michaela's friends in the Democratic Party have gotten a little bit of advice on words to avoid. So we're going to share some of those because we want to help the Democratic Party here in
Good
Lowell,
topic for a live show.
But before we do that, let's talk a little bit about Lindsay. So I have to ask, Lindsay,
Sure.
Where did you go wrong in life that you ended up here on a Friday morning for the debut of the Daily Pulse Live? What did you do wrong?
Sure.
Who did you wrong? What penance are you paying?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. I made the wrong choice of befriending a woman named Lindsay, and she brought me to a restaurant in Lowell called Athenian's Corner. And I was visiting her there. She unfortunately has a job there. Horrible establishment. I don't know if you've ever been.
Wait, are you referring to yourself in the third person, or is this another Lindsay?
Another Lindsay,
Okay.
another woman.
He was possessed by another person.
Yes,
We
another,
have way too many Lindsays.
a lot of Lindsay.
another Lindsay.
I would get two from Westford.
No, she's not from Westford. So I went there.
She's referring to Belvedere Barbie, by
Yeah,
the way.
Barbie, Barbie, yeah.
Lindsay Former,
Correct.
our friend next door from the Chamber of Commerce, who's listening to us,
I wasn't
dumping
gonna
all
use-
over her now.
Baby D. Baby
We love you, Lindsay.
Danielle's daughter,
Danielle,
Baby
yeah.
D.
We love you, Lindsay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and so anyway, I met Lindsay years ago. So she unfortunately got a job there. So she asked me to visit, and I would visit sometimes, and then I would stop visiting sometimes. And then I made the mistake of mentioning that I studied journalism in
Oh,
college.
yeah, that's a big mistake.
And
And
I,
ding,
Yeah,
the bell rang and the light went
I
off in my
was
head.
approached by Teddy, and he had ran by other Lindsay that maybe Lindsay, would like to help him out with the social media, maybe, help on the background. And I knew my face wouldn't be part of it, so I was like, sure. And then he approached me with this, and I was like, well, I don't know. But now here I am.
Well,
So-
very serendipitous for us. So
Yeah.
Well, we're excited to have you.
Yeah.
I actually think this is the first time you and Michaela have met.
Yeah,
right?
in person,
Oh, really?
yeah,
You've
we
never met the
texted a little
Hyphen.
bit, yeah.
You've
Yeah.
known Batch and I. You hate us both,
Yeah.
which is
No,
another
I don't hate
another
Batch as
great
much as
addition
I
to the
hate
show.
you.
You hate me more than Batch.
Yeah.
That was one of the questions we had. Like, why do you hate me more than Batch?
Because Batch is all just fun. Like, he doesn't say anything to, hurt my feelings. He genuinely just, he
See?
just...
She's asking
He
for it.
doesn't go for the jugular. He's more fun and light-hearted with his jokes. You
right, see?
go for
Good
the jugular with your insult.
I'm on your team with it. It's nice to have some female energy in
Right.
here. We got
So
this. I've got your back.
therefore, Batch, I know his intent is not full malicious. I think yours has some malicious intent. Some.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
shots
It's a
fired.
lot of malicious intent. I love pushing buttons, and
He does.
now we get to do it live. But the good thing is you get to push our buttons right back because we have the Shaw Farm delivery line. Do we have any
Yes,
deliveries
we
for
have a
Lindsay?
delivery on the
All right, let's hear it.
line from Michael Porters. He has multiple comments. Question for all: what do you think are the top city council issues, district-wide and/or districts? Same go
Oh,
for
easy.
city council.
It's
Okay.
Somebody thinks this show is actually going to be serious.
That's a good
I don't
question.
know much about that, so you guys can take
So-
it away.
Michael, I think you're confusing the Daily Pulse Live with the Monday through Thursday Daily
No,
Pulse.
we talk about-
And Tuesday.
we
and
talk about
Monday.
stuff.
I know Belvedere is really trying to win back having the DPW plow the driveways and also have the streets heated and get the gate fixed. No, that's a big issue.
Keep the barbarians at
Yeah.
the gate.
And then I know I think in the Highlands, they want to make sure that there's enough. They want to turn all of the Highlands into a housing project. At least the new candidates do. That's the goal there. But other than that, in Centerville, they want to make sure that they bring back the apple orchard, turn the res into a splash pad, and then make sure there's a good spot for legal dumping.
All very
Did I get
noble.
that right? I think.
I think you got it right. Housing became a big issue, and at
Yeah.
least in the preliminary, when you look at those vote totals, housing, I think, drove some of it. The numbers were so paltry that, what does it mean in November? Is it a wake-up call for some, or is it a sign of things to come? We'll find out.
I'll tell you this. There's only one thing they should all be caring about right now, and that's this UN cash dump. It's the most important thing in the city in a long time. Since the invention of freaking cotton. It's like a lot of money coming in.
Low interest.
Yeah.
development. It's going to spark.
I think
It's
there's a
going
lot
to
of
spark.
interest in it.
It's going to spark. It's funny. It's going to spark development. I would say because of the, it's good. The development's going to happen. Presumably more housing will be added, but with that comes, capacity to deal with parking, public transportation, linking the downtown with other areas in a way that makes sense for people that can't afford a car or don't have a car, can't pay for parking, whatever it is. That would be like a top, because that would spur like economic development and foot traffic and all that. So I would say that part.
I just hope there's more stuff for people with money.
That
I want to see.
That's what we're all hoping for. I'm going to tell you the city will be unrecognizable in 10 years, depending on who's running it. Along those 10 years, it will either be a vibrant community with job opportunities and economic development, or it'll become the largest housing project in the Northeast.
Yeah.
For lack of a better term.
Well, that's why. I mean, I think unfortunately, I think one of the things the councils all think about after election is just the stupid mayor thing, and it's clear what should happen. Just give Rocky 2 more years. I mean,
He's doing a great job.
You've been pushing that 2 more years. You're going to start the chant 2 more years.
Well, I mean, if you look,
He's doing a great job. Actually, I feel like he's doing.
Yeah,
a really
and your
good job.
man from Canada there that was on the other day, Claude.
Oh, Mark Keeley.
Yeah.
This is a very American/Irish name. He doesn't sound like a Canadian. Marcel Quigneux. Mark Keeley. What are we doing?
Well, whatever it is, but one of the things he said when he talked about stability and continuity and everything, I'm like, can we just put aside like all the mayor bullshit and just have 2 more years of Rocky? Because if anybody, like, it just makes sense, right? To at least see it to the point where something gets like, developed, right? The first step, and then you can go all fight amongst yourselves. I mean, if you step in the way of like that happening right now, I think it just shows how like you're just being self-centered. Just 2 more years of Rocky, and then you can go, fight amongst yourselves about it. But I think it makes sense.
All right.
So for me, that's it. Right now, the only thing anybody should really, potholes can wait. Let's focus on this UN money.
Potholes. There's some bad potholes. What do you think What do you think the issues are?
Housing and who's gonna control the money? It's always about money. Who's gonna control it? Who's going to control it and decide how it's spent? I think that was the issue with the ARPA money. And I think that's going to be the issue with this front-runner city money. Who's going to control it and decide how it's spent and who will benefit from it? To me, that's the underlying issue behind the scenes that we're going to talk more about in the coming weeks. We have a ton of feedback coming in on the Shaw Farm Pulse line, so we're going to go back to Lindsay in a couple of seconds and have her tell you all about it. First, we want to tell you that Shaw Farm home delivery, if you got no time to shop, no problem. Get fresh Shaw Farm milk, ice cream, and more delivered right to your door. Sign up now at shawfarm.com. We'll get our Shaw Farm Pulse line feedback. Let me also thank our Daily Pulse sponsors. You know about Ray Booten. Oh, we should drag Ray in here for one of these live shows.
What, second?
Yeah.
We could torment Ray. We could
try to make him have an opinion on something.
He does on ADUs, but if you're looking to buy or sell a home, a business, or a commercial property, Ray Booten is your man. He's a licensed realtor in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. He is a certified appraiser in both states as well. Find him online, realestaterayBooten.com. Thanks as well to our friends at WellPoint. WellPoint is the only health plan offering healthcare benefits exclusively to Massachusetts GIC members at WellPoint. Your whole health is their whole point. Thank you for tuning into the Daily Pulse Live, our debut Friday show. We do it every Friday at 10 a.m. here from the WellPoint Studios. And of course, we'll be getting your interaction.
Wait, what? Quick question. Is Shaw Farm the last dairy around, like in Drake?
Oh,
there's not one in Westwood, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
I don't think 𝐾𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 Farm does
That has
dairy.
cow. Yeah.
Richardson's, are they out?
No, I think they're gone.
Richardson's, are
Brock's Farm's a big farm, but
well,
I don't think
They don't
do
have cows.
So listen, here at Inside Lowell, Shaw Farm is the only farm.
Yeah.
Unless the others want to start advertising. If they want to start advertising, we're happy to plug you
It's
guys as
almost
well.
eggnog time.
But with Shaw Farm
almost like
eggnog.
I love the best eggnog.
So we used to get Shaw Farm home delivery when we lived in, when we first moved to the house in Chelmsford.
Is that the glass bottles?
Yeah, they used to come in the glass bottles like when I was a kid. You probably don't remember that, do you?
No, Grandpa.
Well, she's from Westford. She might. I don't know.
That's true.
There's like they're like 10 years
pastors
behind, you
out
know?
there. But what I didn't know is they deliver all their stuff, all their farm produce, these like turkey pot pies, chicken pot pies.
Oh, do they really?
All these farm fresh things that they make, they'll deliver them. So it's kind of like an Uber Eats.
Yeah.
But much
service,
better.
But
That's actually
Shaw Farm food.
So,
Good to
do you
know.
know when the milk's coming? Are they like, hey, it's coming at 8? Like, you know what I mean?
They
Like,
used to drop it off in the morning. You'd order it weekly, like so many bottles. But my kids were kind of transitioning from not that kind of transitioning that we're going to talk about in a few minutes. But they were
Off the cap, going to the bottle.
They were getting to different ages, and we couldn't gauge how much. So
Yeah.
I got to remind my wife we need to go back to that.
now they deliver, like if you order from a farm, they'll deliver it in like a freezer. They'll have like the frozen freezer packs and stuff, so they can leave it out so that
Yeah.
it doesn't spoil or anything.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great service. Take
Yeah.
advantage of it. Shawfarm.com
They
is
want
the
to just
web
keep you in the
address.
box of the house.
All right, Lindsay, let's go. By the way, Lind and then Z, because she's Generation Z, in case you can't tell. She's
Oh, is that what that was? I got it. Okay. Lindsay. Got it.
What do we got? What's coming in there?
Asa says, Teddy, that is a very classy setup for Lindsay, spelt wrong. It looks like a free sample table at Market Basket.
Listen, that
Oh my God, it does. Market Basket doesn't give out free samples.
It
It's
honestly
Costco.
does, but I think you mean Costco.
It's Costco.
Yeah,
It's definitely a Costco.
no, I've seen the free sample table at Market Basket.
yeah.
Not well before.
Yeah, but not anymore. Nothing's
anymore.
free at Market Basket anymore. What?
I feel like it looks more like a magician, like a rabbit.
She's gonna pull a rabbit
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
her
yeah.
laptop
Like,
over
what
there.
do we have?
What else are they saying on the Shaw Farm Pulse line?
Someone says, too many Lindsays reminded me of too many Michaels or Nicks in my 7th and 8th grade classes.
Definitely.
Michael
Lindsay is a. When did that become like a hot name? Because you're like the third Lindsay who's been on Inside Lowell podcast.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, when I was born, my mom was like, it wasn't a very common name, but I guess now growing up, it's very common.
Really? Early
I know a lot of
2000s?
them.
Lindsay Lohan was in Parent Trap. Maybe that.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Oh,
yeah.
you think Lindsay
Maybe
Lohan
her.
is responsible for your name?
Yeah.
Could be.
Whoa.
Definitely not
Are you
for me.
tracking the same way?
No.
She's actually Lindsay Lohan's actually doing wonderful.
Yeah,
thought she
she's in
was-
Freakier Friday. She made
Yeah,
a sequel
she
and
looks
stuff.
she looks great.
I always get all those kids confused. Like the
She
one
lives
with
in Dubai.
Oh, does
Oh,
she?
really?
Yeah.
She's doing
She
okay.
doesn't drink?
She also doesn't
No.
she have like
Well, she doesn't
she has
drive
like a club or some kind of a thing going on in Mykonos.
Yeah, she used
right?
to.
Oh, she
She
doesn't
used
have that
to. She
anymore?
doesn't have it anymore. Yeah, they had a
The
reality
Greeks
show
booted
there.
her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
she's
didn't
like,
make it.
Family oriented now.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, yeah.
Boring.
She's
Well, yeah, so she's, we're not going to pay attention to her anymore. All right, anything else on the Pulse line?
Lindsay Former says, "Don't call me a woman."
A girl, a lady,
A young wo- can we
Lady
call her a young
Lindsay.
woman?
Well, it's because my story, I said I met a woman named Lindsay.
Oh,
I
that
met
makes it sound old.
a girl named Lindsay.
Yeah.
Is she changing her pronouns?
Yeah.
Is
I
Danielle
met
going to
a
have to
young
pick up the
man named
expense?
Lindsay.
Was it him, that blonde broad down at the Greeks? But I can't do that anymore.
Let's just call it Belvedere Barbie.
Belvedere Barbie works.
Yeah. By the way, the three Lindsays all spell their name differently. That's like a trend too. Everybody, some of them with an A, some of them with two Y's.
I couldn't tell you which one spells it which way.
I get confused. Well, I know that Belvedere Barbie doesn't have a D in her name. She's just Lindsay.
Yes. You go.
Lindsay.
That's great.
Don't start.
Just leave it alone.
Lindsay, I can hear you outside the door. You want to come in and say hello? Or...
She's too scared.
She's too scared. All right. So chime on in, everybody. 978-PULSE-IN. 978-PULSE-IN. That's 978-785-7346. That's the Shaw Farm Pulse line. Say hello to Lindsay. Make her feel welcome here. Treat her as you would treat Batch, Mick, and me. Mm-hmm. We want her to be initiated.
Feel the
into
love.
into the crew. And maybe,
You gotta
just
settle with
maybe.
that background though.
Yeah, we'll fix the whiteboard up.
I mean, she kind of blends in with that performance fleece. She blends.
Oh
blends
yeah,
right
she's
in.
gonna have to change.
Orencia.
Yeah, the black like her soul.
Who
is
called it a
highlights good,
performance?
but-
Please? A performance, please.
I dated a girl once, and all she did was wear fleece all the time.
Performance.
And she used to call it performance fleece, and I'm like,
What are you performing?
I mean, It was all like
After some of the stories I heard last night, I'm not sure I want to know.
But it was all had logos on it. It was like all free stuff. They'd always give out these.
That's what he does.
Huh?
The free T-shirt,
But it was
the
always
logo T-shirt.
Like, what's it? Where'd you get that? Oh, it's a performance fleece from blah blah. I'm like, what the fuck is a performance fleece?
I've never heard of that.
That's the only place I ever heard it.
Neither have I. You got some weird people.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of weird words,
Speaking of weird words, this story caught my attention a couple of weeks ago. A center-left think tank called Third Way it offered some advice to Democrats as their poll numbers are somewhere below mine. And they're it's kind of telling them you need to avoid certain words you are using because those words simply do not resonate with the American people. Quote, these words put up a wall between us and everyday people of all races, religions, and ethnicities. People simply do not say these words, yet they hear them from Democrats. And I saw the words, and the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, this sounds like a Lowell City Council meeting over the last several years. But also, yeah, these are the kind of words that drive the common folks insane. So their advice is to the Democrats, stop using them.
Did you see who posted a similar article? The one and only Jack Mitchell.
Oh,
you can't go a podcast without talking.
No,
about
I was
Jack.
like, I was like, oh, good for you. And what was crazy about it, because I think
he put the link to the John Keller article, I believe, who talked about words that conservatives use.
Yeah.
And kind of likened them there as
But
well. And there are a bunch on that list too that I'm like, yeah, the right side throws these out there. Like, can you guys just?
Oh, I'd be curious to see that
normal
list.
human being?
it was good, and it kind of showed like I thought it was a well balanced article, right? But the feedback was hilarious because people are getting all pissed about like
People got pissed at something Jack wrote.
yeah. And somebody said how ironic talking about clear language. That was a good line. That wasn't me, but like it was interesting to see like a lot of the people that were really like kind of lefty, like just holding on to these words, you know. So the whole thing just felt like a microaggression.
Which ding 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 is one of the words. So the interesting part is this Third Way group, they broke it down into 6 categories of words.
I had never heard this first one.
Therapy speak.
I've heard of that. I've heard of that.
Well, isn't half the Democratic Party in therapy?
Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with therapy. Okay, you can never have too much mental health.
Everyone should be in therapy, in my very humble opinion.
Yeah, but are you friendly with any therapists? They're fucking nuts.
Well,
Sorry.
Well, I'm not friendly with that. You can't be friends with your therapist.
Huh?
You can't be friends.
No, not your therapist. Like people that are therapists, they're nuts.
it's kind of like you can't trust a skinny chef. It's like you want someone
you
that
can't.
Are they real doctors? I'm confused.
therapist.
Therapists can't prescribe medication.
I had to go there.
Can't.
Yeah.
So there's therapy speak, which is the words that say, I'm more empathetic than you, and you are callous to hurting others' feelings.
What's wrong with that?
Did Third Way?
Third Way, that was their advice.
Okay.
Then they had another category called seminar room language, which says, I'm smarter and more concerned about important issues than you. Your kitchen table concerns are small.
Kitchen table concerns. That's a new one. What does that mean?
That's an old one. When you're sitting around the kitchen table, like everyday people.
Economic issues, family issues. Remember, like what are the families talking about around the kitchen table when they're having dinner?
Oh.
You hear that an awful lot.
The irony in that is kitchen table concerns is jargon also.
Yeah, that's
It is, exactly.
So
And by the way, third wave, like, what does that even mean?
the third
Third way.
way.
Oh, third way.
Third way.
think
They're trying to tell the Democrats, come
left
a little,
and right,
come a little
third
center.
way.
Everybody
Oh.
come a little
I
center.
think that's a Buddhist term, isn't it? The third way, I believe.
Yeah.
I think it is, something like that.
But
Anyway.
by the way, so some of the examples of therapy speak, I jumped the gun there. Privilege, environmental violence, microaggression, which you threw out there, Batch, safe space.
Ugh.
I say that. I say that all the time, but like
Mockingly?
a little bit,
Yeah.
like this is a safe space.
And then the most interesting one, body shaming. Because it happens to me all the time, but you don't hear me bitching about it and crying about it, seeking out a therapy dog or something because somebody calls me fat.
Well, because you call other people fat.
I do not. I call them pleasingly plump.
Okay.
Body shaming.
Body shaming.
You
Wait.
can say that. I mean, you can. I feel like you can say like that's body shaming. I think you can call that out.
Is that only?
I'm surprised bullying is not
Can
on
you
here.
body shame a skinny
I
person?
know. I was thinking that about bullying.
For being too skinny?
Yeah.
Yes, you can. It happens on Housewives all the time.
Really?
Yes.
Like, oh, you look anorexic.
Like she needs to eat a sandwich. They say that, and that's
Eat a sandwich.
You can't
That's body
have a cheeseburger, eat a sandwich.
What if so?
That's not nice behavior.
And the inverse is have a salad, right?
Yeah.
So
What if somebody's
'Cause
ugly?
people have
though? Is
eating
that body
disorders.
shaming?
No,
That's
I feel
face shaming.
That's just being
face
ugly.
shaming,
That's face
ugly
Being
shaming.
mean. Yeah.
Yeah, just-
Ugly shaming.
you know, why can't it just be called you're being mean instead of don't body shame me? You know.
Yeah, why can't
you're
you say
being
that's
mean.
mean?
You're hurting my feelings.
That's
Yeah.
therapy
I need a
talk
cry
too.
closet.
Yeah,
That's a
Cry closet. Is that a real thing?
Yeah, remember they were creating all these little cry closets and little cry
come on.
rooms for people to go into.
What?
Yeah. Oh, after Trump won in 2016, it became all the rage.
Well, they have rooms like wellness rooms for like people that are breastfeeding, or if you need a little break and go in.
Well,
or
the
whatever.
breastfeeding thing I get.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
But no, they have they're called wellness rooms for that reason.
There's a wellness room on. I go to a couple of them. I go to the Old Court. I go to the Athenian. Those
That's
are
your
those are
wellness room.
My wellness rooms and my cry closet.
That's your wellness room.
All right.
Nothing wrong with that.
What do you guys think? Do Democrats more so than Republicans or conservatives? Do they use language that doesn't resonate with American people?
Yeah.
And what are the words that kind of trigger you for lack of a
Triggers,
better?
What's a holding space?
Trigger.
No, it means I'm holding space for you to have a genuine moment.
Oh,
Come on.
yeah. See,
See, if somebody talked to me like that, I'm like, what are you saying to me? I don't understand.
Because you're
I would definitely not
uncomfortable.
invite them on a podcast.
Yeah.
If I would, I'd mock them worse.
Because
than
men are
mocking
uncomfortable with
Lindsay.
their feelings.
I'm not comfortable with my
I'm
feelings.
not holding space.
Well, you are in front of the whiteboard.
But why
right
not
now.
just
True.
You are holding space.
I literally look like a
You are
prisoner.
holding
That's
space.
a very pathetic whiteboard right now that we're going to have to doll up in the coming weeks.
I have some ideas. I've got some ideas.
All right. Well, we shall talk.
It definitely needs a Ukrainian chicken on there.
That's,
With so when you need them.
anyway, what do you guys think? Send us a text on the Shaw Farm Pulse line. 978 Pulse In is the text number. 978 Pulse In or 978-785-7346. Lindsay, I understand an old friend of mine has chimed in on the Shaw Farm Pulse line.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we have another delivery on the Shaw Farm Pulse line. Shaw Farm.
A delivery.
home
I see what you
delivery.
did. I see what
From
you did
their
there.
family farm to your family table, fresh, local, and delivered with care. Sign up at shawfarm.com. I'm an
She's good.
old
She could be a
friend
sponsor.
of
Yeah.
Teddy's. My name is Bizarro Kramer.
Oh, Bizarro
there he is.
Kramer. I missed you, Bizarro.
Wait, I don't know Bizarro
Well, Bizarro
Kramer.
used to text me all the time on the radio. Yeah.
So there was a samurai sword involved in the origin.
Yeah,
of this,
I had my life threatened.
yeah.
The samurai. So
Yeah.
we've
Okay.
patched up our differences, by the way. We now talk. But what does the Bizarro Kramer have to say?
Teddy, when we left you off, you were crying like a baby over a single bike lane on Father Morissette Boulevard, and now you are a UN-loving, full-blown commie. God, you are a loser.
Who the hell is Bizarro Kramer? I love them.
It's could be the character from Seinfeld. It could be the guy that threatened me with a samurai sword.
Oh my God, I love this person. Crying over a bike lane. We're holding space for you.
Welcome back,
We don't
Bizarro
want you to
Kramer.
get triggered.
Now, if we can get the fake Jeff Speck back. But listen, so here's my thing.
Yeah.
If the commies are willing to spend $5 billion in Lowell, which, by the way,
Might be more, right?
Marcel Q.U., yes,
Lemieux, what?
aka Mark Keeley, he said it's more than that. He said it's millions upon millions of
Hey,
dollars.
I will launder all the
coming in.
money Middle East wants to send our way.
100%.
And you'll love that.
You guys want to build bike lanes and widen roads and build the trolley, fix
Extend the trolley.
from the Gallagher terminal right
Yeah.
on down to
What
the
a
Lincoln
dream.
I want to see
project.
that. I want
What
to
a
put
Put
that.
the trolley there because the city couldn't afford to do it on its own. If some international do-gooder investor, I don't care if they're communists, I don't care if they're anarchists, for Christ's sakes, I don't want you to be a Nazi, but, you know, 'cause people will get triggered by that and need some safe space. But if you want to invest $5+ billion in Lowell, bring it in. I will be your best friend.
Can we buy back the canals? Can we do that?
No, didn't they
Maybe
just
we
sign
can
them
clean
up
them.
for 50 years or whatever? They did a lease.
Yeah, and hey, Batch,
We can buy them back.
maybe we can get you to
Finally.
the Urban Economy Forum in October, which, by the way, I'm thinking of going there and doing some live shows from there.
Oh, that'd be
You
great.
should.
In Toronto. So I talked about it with the missus last night. I don't know if it was the wine and martinis talking, but she was
It was a yes.
She was
It was a
open
yes.
to the idea, but hey, if they're going to bring back Batch's jet skis on the canals idea
That's such a
as
good idea.
transportation, you literally could, if they cleaned them up, you could get from one end of the city and avoid all the school buses
Yeah, water
and all the
taxis.
traffic.
Yeah.
Imagine batching like a gondola.
Oh, there you go.
Oh,
That would
It
be-
looked like this, but I might have to stay in the middle. But it's a great idea.
Oh yeah, Batch's gondola ride.
Yeah.
and you could do
You could do a charcuterie board on the gondola.
Ooh, and you know how like these tour you get on these buses now, and the tour guide is half comedian, half tour guide.
Oh, that'd be
Can you
perfect for
imagine the tour of
you.
Lowell that Batch would
Actually,
Oh, God.
Oh, we could start a service.
This is where the Stutz brothers' entire baseball team committed murder. This is where you know, Buckles Nolan jumped on the canal.
Buckles, yep, his campaign stunt. Yeah, we
Yeah.
a ton of history there.
This is where Jack Kerouac passed out drunk before he beat up another woman. Whatever you want to do.
Jeez. there go the museum folks as
Sorry,
sponsors.
sorry.
They're now gone too.
oh, yeah, you lost stuff.
What do you guys think?
Oh, ''𝐶𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 kayaks. You can have like a tour where you
Callie's kayaks.
where you chase off the women you can't get.
That was a good one.
Wow.
But they'd have to like meander. They wouldn't.
Oh,
They
yeah.
wouldn't be able to go in a straight
No
line.
direct routes.
Sad. No, you just end up where you end up.
Wait, what does this word mean?
Which word?
How do you say it again?
Heuristic.
Oh, wait, I know.
What category is it under?
That's under
seminar room.
room.
Like,
Seminar. Heuristic. I don't know.
an Overton window?
That's the range of acceptable political topics. Apparently, I
Is that what it
I had
is?
to look that one.
All right.
So what's heuristic?
If you say Overton window, you're just a big DB because nobody knows what it means.
Exactly.
I agree.
And that's the point of all of this. Organizer jargon. This is the one where it's,
look at
Lowell's nonprofit industrial complex wrote the book on this. They get their own chapter.
What's small d democracy?
Small D.
Small d democracy. Barriers to participation.
Small D democracy is how they described Michael Dukakis. Just a small little dude.
I love Michael Dukakis.
Stakeholders.
Uh,
If I had $1 for every time I heard the word stakeholders
that
at a
one.
Lowell City Council meeting or on the Lowell Live Feed Forum or somewhere.
But they did
I'd be filthy
stakeholders
rich.
like in my business classes in like 2008. Like
Yes, but now it's used for stakeholders were people who actually have some skin in the game.
have an interest.
They have, they have an investment. They've put in investment and they're either going to get a return on their investment or they're going to lose their money.
Yeah.
The stakeholders that are talked about in the nonprofit industrial complex barely get off their couch.
Well, people who are going to be
change the channel when
affected
Springer
by
comes on.
stakeholders is fair, okay? I
These are
feel like
dumb.
stakeholders is fair.
The unhoused. How many times have we heard the unhoused or housing insecurity in the last year here in Massachusetts?
A lot.
Every Maura Healey press conference or press release talks about the unhoused and housing insecurity, right?
yeah. First of all, do we have a housing problem?
Yeah.
No, we have a people problem.
Housing is not.
How is there are there massive amounts of houses for sale in Lowell?
We have like a housing affordability problem. People, I mean,
what's
that's
wrong with
not
that?
that's not a Lowell problem.
it
That's
costs too much to build.
that's a national.
So,
problem.
does that
And
mean
in
that-
Massachusetts, yeah, it does cost a lot.
Is Martha's Vineyard building housing projects that people would like to live there? I mean, things get expensive.
We need
You
jobs.
go to where it's
You go where
cheaper,
it's
right?
cheaper, right?
If you can't find a job, you go to where the jobs are. If
Yeah.
you can't find a house, you go to where the cheap houses are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Doesn't that make sense?
Why are we building houses for people that can't afford to live here? How are they ever gonna progress?
Well, because they help keep the census count up. They help keep your 9 congressional seats instead of dropping down to 8.
Yeah,
and
that's
they
not
tend to vote a
apportionment.
certain way.
There we
Yes,
go.
that's apportionment.
Yeah.
By the way, speaking of the cost of housing, I sent you guys this column the other day, this press release from Governor Maura Healey. In order to speed up housing development, she's lifting some environmental restrictions. So now the environmental approval process is going to go from 365 days to 7.
Jesus.
If you meet, I think there's 7 criteria that if you meet. So my question to Michaela was, if the environment is so damn important, and Maura Healey has told us it is, why in the span of 2 days did she publicly back a new gas line, a new gas, more gas, natural gas coming in, and why did she clear out the environmental requirements and make it easier to build houses, turning a 1 year long period into a 7-day period? Do you think she really thinks the environment is an existential threat? Another one of the words on
I think the right stakeholders came to the table, and she was, spineless.
The right stakeholders, aka the people who are funding her gubernatorial
developers
campaign.
came with a bag of cash.
Because now she's going to run against the real candidate instead of Jeff Deal, and she's going to have to work a little bit.
Well, it's tough. I mean, the gas pipeline, like it's with all the wind projects being delayed, those wind projects, if they came online the way they're supposed to, now they're being delayed and there's all these legal battles, that would have been moved the needle to make things more affordable energy-wise.
Move the needle. There's another phrase, yeah?
Just put a
Move the needle.
Can we just put a nuke plant in Braintree? That'd be great.
Fire up Seabrook. Expand Seabrook. It's already there, right?
Yeah. They used to.
The clams will be bigger.
You know what, though? In all honesty, Seabrook used to do 50% of the power in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Not just like the friggin' state. It was massive and it was cheap. And there's no issue up there. Like, the clams aren't that big, there's not people walking
What is it,
around.
like radioactive clams? Is that what we're worried about?
No, I mean, there are, but they're just, those are the Hampton people. But, like, besides that, there's been no environmental damage,
That was the opposition when they were building Seabrook in the 70s. This organization called the Clamshell Alliance was formed, saying that the nuclear plant and the waste would pollute the waters to the level that it would, like, you'd never be able to get your steamers at the tuna striker.
Yeah.
And you'd never be able to get your buck-a-shuck oysters at Cobblestones every Monday night either.
Nice.
Cobblestones, the sponsor of Inside Low.
They're still doing that?
Yeah,
All right, we gotta go.
The issue is the outflow. The outflow is warm.
Yes.
And that was what they were worried about. But, water's already warm. The climate change.
Don't we all want warm water? Isn't that why we all go down to the Caribbean and Florida and whatnot to enjoy the Gulf water as opposed to freezing our ass
I
off
like the cold water. I like the cold water.
In Seabrook?
No, we need
Mar-
not.
No, I don't like cold showers.
Maura Healey, she's just a corrupt little jerk.
No name calling.
I'll call her that. I'm not going to body shame her. I'm not going to microaggress her or whatever. I don't know what her Overton window looks like, but I'd love to throw a rock through it.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
All right, 978. Pulse in is the Shaw Farm Pulse line. Text on in, 978-785-7346. Shaw Farm Home Delivery, bringing farm fresh goodness straight to your family's door. Sign up today at shawfarm.com. Lindsay, any more feedback?
Dan Shanahan says, is hair shaming the same as body shaming?
Dan dog.
Nobody would ever shame that hair.
No, that's all we do is praise. Who shames his hair?
Nobody does.
We praise.
great
By
hair.
the way, now it's like it went from the jet black to the distinguished salt and pepper. It looks even better now than it did before.
It's aging.
He's not losing any of it.
You should see his son Connor. That kid's got a coif. That thing he's got a head. Him and Marty Ty's kid, they can have a hair off. These two kids, like they were working at the old court, right?
What do you do, like a flip?
Before they had it shaved for whatever, lacrosse or whatever, these kids were working, and I think all the old guys with no hair were looking at them, just wanted to either like just in envy of these fucking this thick head of hair these kids have. You just say to them, enjoy it while it lasts, because it may not last.
It may not last.
That's not hair shaming.
Oh,
It might be this. What's this word you found?
What's dead naming?
No, what is it?
Chest feeding.
Chest feeding.
Chest feeding.
Is that?
Oh, this is under the gender/orientation correctness category that Democrats were told to avoid these words.
Can we read the sentence?
Oh wait, you gonna read the that was. Right.
These say your views on traditional genders and gender roles are at best quaint. That's interesting wording.
So the terms they're told to use are birthing person or inseminated person.
Inseminated.
I know birthing person became big. I didn't know inseminated person was.
That's
really?
whack.
Well, that could be any gender.
Chest feeding.
Instead of breastfeeding.
Why chest feeding
Instead of breastfeeding.
Yeah, what's wrong with?
Because even men have breasts.
Yeah.
Right.
I think
Jesus, Teddy,
Yeah.
is it cold in here? 'Cause you're beaming.
So the air conditioning's working very well here in the
For
Well
what?
Point studio.
Yeah, well point right there.
Cisgender. There's another one you hear.
Chest feeding though.
cisgender's a real thing. I mean, I think that
Wait,
Dead naming.
what's that?
Is when you let's say you became Michael
yeah.
and I still called you Michaela.
Oh,
I'm
that's
dead
what that
naming you.
is.
I'm calling you by the name that you've
Oh,
killed
come
off.
on.
You've killed off this person, but I'm still calling
That's
you by
like
that.
Okay.
the highest level of offense, like
Yeah,
to
dead-
them.
yeah.
Like
Dead
really?
naming is
name,
probably it would get the capital punishment of microaggressions.
Yeah.
I think you are an a-hole if you do that to someone like on purpose. If it's by accident and you're
by
like making a
accident.
mistake, if you're doing it on purpose just to be like a
Like a
dick,
rage baiter,
like
yeah,
I
that's
think
wrong.
that's not nice.
All right. I know patriarchy.
yeah.
All right. And I know LGBTQIA plus. Basically, it's the whole alphabet
Wait,
now.
they've added other letters?
But what is? Oh yeah, they keep adding letters. As a matter of fact, they're going to have to add more letters to the American alphabet because the
God,
English alphabet.
I'm pretty
because
sure
if
I
we
know
keep
which-
adding a group to
I know which language they'd like to add it from.
the Russian, Russian or
not the
Chinese.
Russian. No, it's not that.
Russian or Chinese symbols. But what is heteronormative? Heteronormative.
That's straight, right?
Is that because I'm a straight people? That's what they refer to
yeah,
us as?
like your heteronormative behavior. Yeah.
Oh, like because I like
Why don't they just call it?
women.
Oh, I forgot that. I guess you can't call it that. I was gonna say.
Like yeah, is that so? That's the modern way of just saying he's straight or she's straight.
I'm gonna start saying that.
If you were to go home and bring like Riley flowers, like that's your heteronormative behavior. You're like a man bringing home a woman.
Oh,
flowers.
so like chivalry or being romantic has been replaced with heteronormative?
Wait, could do it.
Maybe about like how like RDT wanted the boys to carry groceries and do the heavy lifting stuff. Maybe that's what that means.
Chivalry? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is that
I don't know. What is it?
Heteronormative.
heteronormative?
Yeah, but what if a gay person does that?
Like
Is that a heteronormative?
most of the gay guys I know will hold the door
Maybe it's
open for a
assigning-
woman.
No.
Maybe it's like assigning gender roles to or assuming things. I don't. I feel like the purpose.
Assigning gender roles.
I
is
feel like
another
the
phrase.
the purpose of this list, right, is to pick out some of the words that maybe not used all the time, but that people hear. This list feels a little bit like rage bait itself, don't you
Of course
think?
it
It's
is.
good.
Okay.
Why
all
else
right.
would we be doing it?
I feel like it's just throwing cold water or giving a slap in the face and telling Democrats, wake up, you've lost
Yeah.
the center of America because you say things that they just can't associate with. And by the way, I did read the article, and they're telling them, even though people might be inclined to agree with many of your positions, the language you're using just makes you sound unrelatable. So I'll give you an example. Another one of their categories, the shifting language of racial constructs. Words signal that talking about race is even more of a minefield. You will be called out as a racist if you do not use the latest and correct terminology, such as Latinx. So
That means that
Latinx suddenly popped up as a hot word everywhere, right?
Latinx is you used to say you were Latin. Now it's something else.
So
It covers a lot of
I
different.
reached out to a Puerto Rican friend of mine,
Yeah.
and I said to her, I'm like, what is this Latin X? I've heard of Latino, I've heard of Latina.
right.
And she says, that's your answer. Because Latino in the
Oh, that's why, okay. Yeah,
what do they call them? The Latin languages, an O signifies male gender, like in the Greek language,
Greek, yeah,
right?
yeah,
And an A signifies female gender. So if you call somebody Latino or Latina, you're assigning a gender to them.
Mm-hmm.
If you say Latinx, then you're referring to
Yeah, but they're-
whatever they may identify as
Why
or want
can't
to
you
be
just say
called.
Latin?
Well, they don't speak Latin.
That's the old language, the Latin.
But why? But their language has a masculine, feminine
Correct.
thing. So
Why? Just out of curiosity, why? Because
don't know.
shouldn't they use like all 26 letters to?
There's a neutral-
There's
well, no,
73 genders.
there's a
How many
neutral-
Latin languages we speak.
There's a neutral gender in Greek. There's the neutral one.
Is there?
Yeah. Yes.
I got to go back and study my son's homework now.
I, o, and to.
Oh, yeah, but that's right.
I
So
don't know that stuff.
Yes, that is. She is correct. Very good.
But see, to me, if I was, being woke. I'd be upset that
I was being.
I'm getting lumped in. If I'm from like Guatemala and you're from Mexico, we're completely different people and different cultures. It's like saying like an Austrian and an Irish person are the same. Like, grouping them all into one thing is kind of...
Correct, but Mexicans would refer to themselves as Mexicano and Mexicana. Right? To differentiate, am I talking...
Oh, so you're talking about
this
the gender side.
Mexicano, bumped into me or whatever, or this Mexicana.
So you should say instead of saying Guatemalan, if you're a girl, it's Guatemala woman.
Yeah, wait.
They all have their different cultural.
But it's centuries, eons of language and whatnot. It's like,
God,
we're going to change it now to what?
It's a
To not misgender?
It's an issue of the pendulum swinging maybe a little too far in one way and kind of trying to come back in the middle and land somewhere in a way that, because I think at the root of some of these things is a feeling of like superiority if you know the lingo to use, and anybody else that doesn't know the lingo is a rube or quaint or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
talk about triggering.
The last person who used the word rube.
I know. We don't forget that. We don't forget that.
That could be why Lindsay's auditioning to be, part of the pod squad because of that word right there.
Very bad word.
Is it BIPOC or BIPOC? BIPOC. All in capital letters. BIPOC. What is that? It's person of color, but what's the BI?
Shoot.
So POC, person of color, but what's the BI?
Means they're
Black Indigenous.
Black Indigenous.
Black Indigenous
Thank you. I
person
forgot the
of
I.
color.
Yeah.
But
what?
so does that include my Indian friends or my Pakistani friends? Are they not? Do they not count under that?
Who's still black? I don't even know. Like, what's considered intersectionality?
Intersectionality.
That's a big word.
Minoritized communities. Not overly aware.
What does
of
that mean?
I don't know.
That means like if you're low income and a minority and not, it's all the different kinds of ways that you are not
Achieving?
no. But it's, different types of situations that can intersectionalize and cause someone to be, more marginalized.
So I would just
someone else.
shorten that to subsidized. And then, if you're talking about like genders and stuff, I think I have a new term for a white heterosexual male.
The show is so problematic. just a little.
I'm just not saying
a little nervous.
I'm baseline.
Your baseline?
I'm baseline.
There you go.
What does that mean?
Baseline. I can't say the word, but like
What, like a white male?
huh?
White male?
Normal.
Yeah, because all these things, right? All these words, all these words are used to describe things that aren't me, because I'm the baseline.
Why doesn't everybody just be themselves and just
Baseline match.
don't be mean and just don't be mean to people? Like I don't know.
No, but I'm saying like if you're like
how about that?
Like they're putting a label on everything, right? But all the labels are to describe something that's not me. So I'm the baseline.
All right.
Okay. Well, so this is in the context.
Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
No, I understand what you're saying because there's nothing in that category to describe yourself.
Yeah, I mean, maybe body shaming, but like most of this is just, other than that, it's describing, it's everything but like a white male that's, got a job and has just doing his thing.
A plumber.
Well, yeah. Some baseline.
Not easily offended. That's not on there.
Yeah.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right. 978 Pulse in. That's 978-785-7346. It's our Shaw Farm Pulse line. Shaw Farm home delivery for over 100 years. Shaw Farm has been bringing farm fresh goodness to local families. Now they'll bring it right to your door. Sign up today at shawfarm.com, and we have another delivery. Another couple of deliveries, a busy grocery order on the Shaw Farm Pulse line. Take it away, Lindsay.
Doesn't the plus sign cover all the bases with gay instead of the alphabet soup?
Yeah.
It should, right? It was originally it was LGBTQ plus. Then they started adding all these other letters. So the plus should cover everything. Yeah.
Well, everybody wants representation.
Whoever texted that is 100% spot on. All right. What else we got on the Shaw Farm Pulse line?
Hey, Lindsay. At least you spelled it right this time. It's Bizarro Kramer again. I do not have a copy of the list you are talking about, so I will need you to make a judgment call. Would it be appropriate if I called Teddy and Patch Fat and X?
Who is
Fat next, F-A-T-I-N.
Oh, fat neck.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
We could identify as fat necks.
Who the hell is Bizarro Kramer?
we cannot tell you. We'd have to kill you if you learned who Bizarro
Okay.
Kramer was.
So yeah, text on in at 978-787-7346, and you too can milk the Shaw Farm hotline.
Nice. It's utterly fabulous.
That'll be fabulous.
Boo. All right, and one more comment on the Shaw Farm delivery line. I'll pronounce that name for you. It's Chinlongdeep.
Okay, what other alphabet letters would be added, and where would they fit in the alphabet?
The Prince symbol. I've always liked that.
Oh, the Prince symbol. Yeah, we could add that.
Yeah.
To the alphabet.
How do you say it though?
The artist. That's how you say it. Right?
Yeah,
Wasn't it
was
the artist?
What was the name of the symbol that they gave, that he put up there for himself? Instead of calling himself Prince, he became a symbol?
He became the artist. Yeah. Prince.
So what was that symbol, though? What did it signify? Where did it come from?
Nothing.
I think he like drew it. It's known as the love symbol.
Oh, the love symbol.
It's an unpronounceable glyph that combines astrologic symbols for male and female into an androgynous mark. I love this.
Prince was woke?
Prince was like the original. I feel like he was just, he was just himself and he was just the original and he made his own symbol. And I love that for him.
You know what wouldn't be bad letters is, you know how you got like SH or TH, like all those kind of sounds?
Yeah.
Having letters for that would be kind of cool.
The Greek does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Greek.
Like those combo sounds. You could add some letters for that.
Greek has 5 different letters or combinations of letters to create the E sound.
Yeah.
Which I had to remember as a...
That was the spelling tests for
Spelling
how
tests were brutal.
How many letters in the Greek alphabet?
24.
I think
believe,
24,
if I
yeah.
remember. 3 of them make the same sound. There's 2 O's,
Yeah.
Omicron and Omega.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, those spelling tests were brutal. We should probably not add any more alphabet letters.
The English language is really, it's a amalgamation of all these different languages.
Yeah.
So it's why it's, the most effective in
Intersectionality.
expressive. What?
Intersectionality.
Oh. Did I just use intersectionality?
No, you used amalgamation. That's a good word though too.
All right.
But by the way, before we wrap up here, I want to add a couple of words or phrases that used to drive me nuts.
All right, yeah. What are your
So what I have dubbed
triggering
AOC, abundance of caution.
Ugh.
Yesterday, out of an abundance of caution, they shut down the UMass Boston campus, canceled all classes because there were reports of gunshots. Nobody actually said, I heard gunshots. I saw a student.
They shut it down again.
UMass Boston, yeah. There was a student being interviewed by the reporter, and he said, somebody told me, there were gunshots or they heard gunshots. And the reporter let this kid talk. He's traumatized. He's like, I just want to go to school and learn. I don't want to live in fear, which you can certainly get. But they then went, Channel 25 went to one of their, law enforcement experts. So he was like, can we pump the brakes on here? It's like the kid said, somebody told me they heard shots. He didn't say, I heard shots or whatever.
Yeah,
so you've paralyzed an entire campus. And I get it, right? That we're all kind of living on edge. But, when you're reporting this stuff, kind of like the UMass Lowell gunman, if you remember, right? There were some people calling it an active shooter situation.
They were
on social media.
That spread like crazy.
Now you're creating panic. I know kids who are going to that school. Their moms, their dads, they're like reaching out to me. What are you?
The
hearing?
parents are panicked.
Yeah, everybody's panicked, including one of the students who I was communicating with. And so I heard from Lowell police source. There is no reports of any shootings or injuries, but we're treating this seriously. We're looking for whoever this individual was.
Yeah, that was nuts.
So they found a freaking 12-year-old kid about to turn 13 who God only knows what he was doing. Was he playing war games with kids in the neighborhood? Was he who knows what the hell he was
We used to do
doing.
that all the time. You couldn't do
That
that
gun
now.
looked so real. Like, why? That's the worst
know.
toy you could ever have for a kid. That's insane. That's insanity. Just walking around. That's insane.
We used to do it all the
Mom
time.
and Dad got a little visit from the LPD,
Yeah.
or the FBI and the U.S.
Yeah.
I'm sure they
who
did.
were in town
Yeah.
for that, right? The other word, remember this, Evan? I first remember it when I was interviewing Congresswoman Nikki Tsongas, robust. Everything became robust. We have a robust vetting process. It's a robust budget. It's robust bridges. Everything was robust.
When did that come around? Was that
Probably 2013, 2014.
That was an Obama word, wasn't it?
And then basically it told you if they're telling you it's a robust
That means it's
vetting
the
process,
best.
they're letting you into the bar without even having to show an ID. That's a robust vetting. Well, she looked 21. How was I to know she was only 14?
You really have to have an abundance of caution with that stuff.
You're right. You should treat, if you're a doorman at a bar, you should do robust vetting processes out of an abundance of caution for the safety of everybody in that bar.
These are all words that have been used. They use words like this in every profession. It's just words that are making you sound smarter, right? Or like making other people like,
But they're also trying to change perception. So I grew up, so I'm 59 years old. What do you call me, Lindsay?
Grandpa.
Grandpa. Lindsay calls me Grandpa. And I probably could be her grandpa. But it was, the term for hundreds of years was illegal immigrant or illegal aliens, right?
Uh-huh.
And then you started to see the shift to either undocumented immigrant, undocumented worker, or now everybody's like lumped into immigrants, right? Our immigrant communities are petrified to vote because ICE might be in Lowell. Well, why is your immigrant community petrified? Because illegal immigrants aren't supposed to. This is where you need to differentiate. An illegal immigrant can't vote. An immigrant who's become a U.S. citizen can vote.
Yeah.
An immigrant but this is why words matter. But this is how they start to change the perception.
No, I hear you.
And that's what it's all about. You do it often enough, and suddenly 10 years later, you've got a bunch of 20, 21, 22-year-old kids who feel that, the patriarchy has marginalized them and oppressed them, and they need to fight back or run to a cry closet.
And as an older baseline person, it's hard to keep up with all the changes because you're not trying to be ignorant of it, but you just, where would you pick this up? You'd have to really, you got to keep up with this stuff. Otherwise you don't know.
Now speaking of it, not on this show, but regarding a previous show that we did, 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 had sent in a comment on our YouTube line. By the way, has 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 been active on YouTube or no?
Oh, where is he?
Must be it.
We got to get him to pulse in live. 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 said, I was talking about the city council motions to try to ban these needle exchange programs or needle handout programs 1,000 yards from schools or public parks. And 𝐃𝐚𝐢𝐥𝐲 said, Teddy, giving away needles is not harm reduction, it is harm production. You are producing harm for law-abiding citizens and children. Why should we assume the risk of injecting? But harm reduction, that's one of the terms that you hear all about. So when it comes, we need to do needle exchange program because it's harm reduction instead of calling it a shooting gallery, which is what the other side used to call this initiative, right? Or they call it, instead of harm, safe injection sites.
That
As
plays
if it's
into
a safe way to inject fentanyl or the horse tranquilizer that's now out on the street, by the way.
Oh, what's that? I don't know about that.
It's a new thing that
Horse tranquilizer.
fentanyl apparently wasn't deadly enough. There's this horse tranquilizer. And
Isn't that what ketamine is? Isn't ketamine?
Yeah, it is a horse tranquilizer.
Isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, ketamine is. Yeah.
Remind me off air to tell you a story about somebody we know who's
But this is a new thing, right?
I guess it's kind of the hot new thing now on the streets.
So say nay to horse tranquilizer.
Oh, that was a good one,
Wow.
Beth. And that plays into the farm. The farm. Yeah.
Horses.
All right. And on that note, we're going to wrap up our debut edition of the Daily Pulse Live. Thank you, of course, to our friends at Shaw Farm.
Oh, are we going to Hondo's hug?
Oh, yeah, we got to get a Honda's hug before we say goodbye. But Shaw Farm, their Pulse line, 978 Pulse in or 978-785-7346. Jot down that number. We want you to be a part of our show every Friday live at 10 a.m. Also, welcome.
Good guy. How did we do? How
Lindsay,
did you do?
yeah.
Was it fun?
Oh, this was great.
Should we
All right.
Yay.
dress up as a cow to read the show?
No.
I'm good.
Well, we'll
I'll dress up as a chicken or something.
if we haven't terrorized you, you're welcome to come back. And by the way, you did hold back a little today. I want to see the Lindsay.
We'll get you out of the shell.
You have to the conversation wasn't really that provoking.
Oh,
so
no,
you're
in
calling
the
our
way
show
of
wrong.
Yeah.
No. I meant in the way of why would I be aggressive? You know what I mean? It was a very mild topic.
Don't challenge them, Lindsay. Please.
There
Don't
weren't
challenge them.
microaggressions.
No, but we had a good conversation. But why would I need to get aggressive about it?
Right.
We had a
Well,
good combo.
Oh,
So
God.
maybe next time.
This is a challenge now.
Next time we gather here, we'll have a robust discussion about Westford
Oh, yeah.
and how that's quickly becoming the, what Lawrence is to, what Andover is to Lawrence. I think Westford is kind of becoming to Lowell, right? It's replacing Chelmsford as the
maybe.
bougie town.
Yeah.
Chelmsford's still bougie, but Westford is.
Now the steam's
Wait,
coming
but
out.
what are you trying to say? I'm so confused.
Well, you folks in Westford, you think you're Andover. I almost get that sense now. You're trying to be Andover.
Yeah, you're just dunstable with McMansions.
Yeah.
But have you seen Westford?
You used to be a farm community, and now you got all these little.
There's a lot of restaurants there now.
Actually,
There's a Whole Foods.
Westford
Yeah.
is pretty.
No drive-throughs. They will not allow drive-throughs in their
I
town.
know.
Oh, is
but I
that
like
true?
It that way.
Yes, it's true. Westford does not. I talked to their town manager about it.
They won't.
I wanted to
Yeah,
ask her how much
why?
revenue is that costing the town, because they won't allow drive-throughs.
Yeah.
I have to get out of my car to go into the Dunkin' Donuts when I take the kids to swim class.
I wonder what.
Westford
At
does have a lot.
Goldfish?
And Goldfish, yeah,
Dude.
that place is a money-making machine.
What is it?
Swim.
Goldfish Swim School.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys want to sponsor as well? Lord knows you're taking enough of my
What's that
freaking
chicken
money
place
through the
over there?
years.
Nan's.
Oh, that's
Very good, right?
Good chicken over
That's
there.
a new opening. Yeah.
All right, so before we say goodbye, because it is 11 o'clock. it's actually
Okay,
past 11 o'clock,
I'll make it quick.
We need a Hondra's hug to end the Daily Pulse.
Okay, so the Hondra's hug today is centered around judgment. Judgment. We all
Like we
do
were
it.
judging these words.
Yes, we all do it. Everybody judges all the time. But they do say, judgment can also be, you can do self-judgment. How quick you are to judge someone can reflect some maybe feelings that you might have inside about yourself or so I would just encourage when you find yourself harshly judging someone, which we all do, maybe
Gotcha.
question, take a moment and say, wait, what in me is becoming so triggered and judgmental? Just dig in a little deeper and say, what am I, where's this coming from? Where's this judgment coming from?
So you're saying try to walk a mile in this person's shoes
Yes.
before you become judgmental.
Empathy.
That's ableist.
Empathy.
Empathy.
So I actually tried that once. I wanted to kind of understand more why leftists are the way they are. So I walked in their shoes. You know how hard it is to walk in clown shoes?
See, so funny. See,
I thought you were going to say heels.
that was judgmental.
That was the complete opposite of what you were trying to preach. All right. I will try to embrace the Hondra's hug.
Thank you.
Michaela Hondra's McCarthy, the Hyphen, Mike Batchagalupo Batch, and Lindsay.
Congratulations.
Are we okay? Are we allowed to give away your last name or no?
No, don't do
No.
that.
Okay, Lindsay, Lavish Lindsay with a Z.
Nice.
Oh, lavish Lindsay. I like that.
Welcome to the team. We'll have a discussion and see if maybe we'll pledge you into the pod squad.
Yeah, it was only the first episode. I can't be like doing too much the first time. Come on.
You have to. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I want
agree.
you to,
Okay, next
I
time.
want you to take over this chair right here.
We'll
That's
get
my
you out
goal.
of
It's always good to be reserved.
Yeah, that's the motto we live by. Thank you for tuning into our inaugural Daily Pulse Live. Thanks to our Daily Pulse sponsors, Ray Booton. Thanks to WellPoint. Thank you as well to Washington Savings Bank, TMI Properties, Mahoney Oil, the Greater Lowell Community Foundation, Francis E. Prevention Insurance, and of course, Shaw Farm, the newest member of the Inside Lowell family. Next week, new week of the Daily Pulse. We've got Stop Milking That Cow match. I can see you out of the corner of my eye, unlike Bear Claw. Thank you for tuning in. Next Monday, former Lowell Police Superintendent, Boston Police Commissioner Ed Davis
Oh, nice.
will be joining us here on
wow.
the Daily Pulse. We'll have a few other surprises for you, including a long-awaited discussion with Pat Sullivan, former New England Patriots GM, whose
Oh, cool.
family is from Lowell, and we got a bunch of other surprises for you as well. And of course, next Friday, the Daily Pulse will go live at 10 a.m. with Leslie Motor.
Are you going
and
to ask him about the fight?
Lavish Lindsay. Of course, I'm going to ask
Nice.
Pat Sullivan about the fight. All right, everybody, have yourself a great weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Till then, stay safe, stay cool. Catch you on the other side.